How are you doing, Sarah sis? How you doing, Shelly sis? Hey, Fluffy brother, how you doing? So, we'll just shoot the shit and everything right now until we get about, half a dozen people in here like always. I hope everybody's having a good Monday night. Is it Monday now or is it Tuesday? I don't know anymore. I really don't know anymore. Kind of lost track of it. So, hey, Lynn, sis, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, Monday. Thanks, Fluffy. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it had to be Monday or Tuesday, one of the two, something like that. Hey, Charmaine, how you doing, sis? So, one of my good friends and everything, a person that I've followed on YouTube and in the survival community for a long time and everything. He brought out a video talking about what is bushcraft. Like that's a good question because everybody knows YouTube bastardizes a lot of things, you know. And if you didn't know it, but YouTube is a entertainment platform, right? YouTube could give two shits if what you bring out is the truth or if it's just complete made up bullshit. That's the honest to God's truth on everything. But people want to make YouTube as a be all, end all platform. You know, it doesn't matter if it's, it doesn't matter if it's, if it's cooking to whatever, right? And that's a bad thing because for every one channel out there trying to get that is making fun of what you do. And yes, everything is a hobby. It doesn't matter what it is, it's a hobby. Especially survival, bushcraft, homesteading. That's not a way of life. A lot of people wish it was a way of life. But in all accounts and all honesty, it is simulations. It is not a skill or a talent or anything that is truly, truly needed in this day of age. It's nice to know these skills. It's nice to have these skills if something does happen. But the the percentage of you actually getting into a true, honest to God, life or death survival situation is about as likely as getting struck by lightning. You know, it's especially a lot of the stereotypical fantasy survival scenarios. And they are fantasy survival scenarios. Zombie apocalypses, alien invasion. The list goes on. You know, the dead are not going to rise up and start eating our little brains, and we're going to have to fight our way like the Walking Dead. Because here's the thing, if a zombie apocalypse did ever happen, we would die from the sicknesses and the plagues that thousands upon thousands of decaying, putrid bodies just lying around and walking around, decaying around you, will kill you off faster than anything else. It will make you sick. It will literally become a toxic breathing area. And aliens coming down here. We've been seeing aliens for the last fucking 100 years or longer. If they wanted to come down, they would have done it thousands of years ago to destroy this world. And we wouldn't be in this, we wouldn't be around at that time. We would have been enslaved on another fucking planet, doing whatever. Sorry, I'll read chat and everything here in a second. But yeah, I'm driving home right now. But bushcrafting. YouTube and all these so-called bushcrafters and everything, all they do is go out into the woods, chop down a couple of trees, make a mud hut, and live in it. Just like our pioneering ancestors did hundreds of years ago. If I needed to know how to build a fucking log cabin in the mud, and that's it. My God, every Karen and soccer mom out in the world can literally claim themselves to be a bushcrafter survivalist. It's not that hard to figure out how to make a fucking structure. And all these people that do not show their skills 100%, like making a bow drill. I'm sorry. This isn't the dawn of man anymore. You do not need to know how to make a fucking bow drill with so much shit that you can buy on the internet now and make your pack the way you need to make it. That is one of the last fucking things you need to do in a survival situation. And here's the thing. A bow drill, fire, making the components, finding the right wood source to make your board, your hearth board, the strong enough stick to make a complete and sturdy bow drill to withstand the pressure and the continuation of the drilling of the spindle into the hearth board. The time, the dedication. If you have to rely on a bow drill to make your fire, my God, I'm sorry, but you're already going to be dead before you can even make a fire. Even me, the quickest I've ever been able to make a bow drill fire is 2 hours of continuously drilling into a hearth board. And I didn't even have the right materials, okay? And that's not talking about moisture, because all you're doing is grinding and grinding burnt dust connecting together to heat up and create a single ember, not even a flame, an ember. Then you have to make your bird nest. You have to make that completely perfect. Then you also have to have your fire already pre-made to take that flame when you blow it into life. That ember can be put out with the smallest gust of wind. Even your own breath, breathing on it too hard, can put it out. A droplet of sweat, because you're going to build up sweat doing this stuff. And one little droplet of sweat will fuck up 2 to 3 hours worth of work. The only reason why our ancestors created bow drills and bamboo fire chutes and everything else until man evolved their techniques and what they can do. After they learned that carbon steel can create sparks, that was a game changer. And here's the thing, carbon steel will always be around. Carbon steel will always create sparks. So if you don't have a steel and flint kit with you, you're dumb. You're dumb as shit. And in today's standards, once we showed our Native American ancestors and tribes and everything that you can make other things to create fire, they stopped doing the primitive ways. If it's easier and it does not burn calories and it does not harm you, do it. But bushcrafting, a lot of people and everything, they do not show this. They do not show how long it truly takes them, because we're in the world of magical editing. We don't have to show how much stress, how much pain, how much calories is wasted on these so-called primitive life-saving skills. Because if they put a 5-hour video of making a fire, who the hell is going to watch that? Huh? Nobody. Because like we said, YouTube, most people here in YouTube are here for entertainment values. I want to say about 65% of the people are here for entertainment value. They are here to talk in the chat with one another, love each other, support each other, have a conversation with people. They could give two shits. I mean, people could give two shits less if you don't show a damn skill in your life. But if you are able to capture people's attention, if you are able to persuade people to stay, that's the goal. That's the skill here. If you do not bring entertainment, people leave. I bet I've lost maybe 3 people already from since the beginning I've opened to now, because I am not interacting with the chat. I am not answering comments. I am not talking to people. And probably people left because I didn't acknowledge them because I'm fucking driving in a car. That's what happens. That happens. People wish to be acknowledged. People wish to be seen. And that's kind of a way with YouTube creators. We are here to entertain you. Are you entertained? We are here to scare you. We are here to inform you. We are here to tell you to not lick or eat that fucking Tide Pod. But we're also here to make you laugh. We're here to make ourselves look stupid sometimes for your entertainment, because that's what keeps people around. Anyways, now I can see what all you lovely little rum monkeys are up to. Let me see how many people have I fucking missed. Let me go all the way up here. Did I say hi to you, Lynn, sis? Did I say hi to you, Charmaine, sis? I said hi to Sarah. Said hi to Fluffy, my brother. Hey, David, brother, how you doing? Hello, Tanya, sis, how you doing? Yeah, the aliens are coming. Hi, Tanya, sis, how you doing? Love you too, sis. Boop. Hey, Laura, sis, how you doing, hon? That's it right now. Okay, sweet. I'm glad to hear that, Tanya. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, David, brother. It's all good, Laura, hon. Not the other monkey. I'm glad to hear that, Laura. But, my friend He's a Florida boy, and I've followed his channel for a long time, at least a good 3 years, maybe 4. Hey, Sunny Stormy, how you doing, my friend? How is your cat, Sunny and Stormy? But that was and he, you know, his name's Matt too. All right, and he he's the one that brought out a video today talking about all this, talking about bushcraft, talking about all this stuff, talking about how another YouTuber that he knows was calling out a lot of big name bushcrafting, survival, and homesteading channels. And even my friend Matt, he he even put it he even put it the same way as I did. He said it nicer than I did about YouTube being a entertainment platform. You know, we're not in college anymore. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, some people want to learn new skills and new trades. That is true. But the thing is people don't want to be forced to learn. Most people come to YouTube, and most people seek refuge into YouTube to be a alternative source to cable TV, or an alternative source to other things, because on YouTube there is live interaction. That's one thing that you can't do. Like when somebody's on a live stream, say paranormal, all right, just throwing that out there. Say paranormal. You can literally interact with the people that you are talking to in chat that is actually doing their live stream live as you watch it. Instead of you screaming at the TV at a horror film saying, don't go in that door, don't go in this door. Now you can actually tell people what's going on. There's a different platform. There's more interaction and everything on this shit. It's just like my friend Matt said, there is all these big name channels and everything that are not 100 miles, 200 miles in the middle of the God knows outdoors. 90% of these survivalists and everything do their survival stuff from their backyard, or they go to a public park or a nature reserve or something like that, where they are in a controlled environment and they are in a protected environment, which means they are protected. Hey, Vodka Sis, how you doing? Yes, yes, our wonderful, wonderful down under sister. And that's how it is, 90% of these survivalists, they are literally 10 or 15 minutes from their house. They are
50, maybe 100 feet away from their car. They are not truly surviving. They are not truly in danger. And that's what people don't understand. People don't understand that all of this survival information and all of this bushcrafting information, yes, it is from generations and decades when survival and bushcrafting and all that stuff was needed on an everyday basis. That was in the 1800s, all the way up until about the around the 1920s and after the 1920s. And, those were different times. Those, and a lot of our information and everything is from those time periods. We are now 100+ years ahead in the future now, where everybody carries a Bic lighter. Everybody carries a solar panel. Everybody carries technology with them. These skills, these skills are supposed to be practiced and used every day. But the thing is, as soon as our technology and as soon as our, you know, primal skills are not needed, they deplete. When you can flick a Bic and create instant flame, why the hell am I going to take my shoestrings off, find a curved stick, spend 2 hours finding the right hearth board and the right wood for a spindle, and also find the right piece of wood to push down on the spindle as a pressure point, and sit there and, saw away and keep putting pressure and building up speed and running myself out of air and everything because it's a primitive, archaic skill. What's bushcrafting? Laura, bushcrafting is what our ancestors used to do to survive. We have glorified everyday survival skills and gave it a name called bushcrafting. It is the ability to build a shelter, create a fire, know and identify wild edibles, learn how to forage, hunt, follow game trails, everyday life of our primitive ancestors that we have turned into a everyday hobby now. Yeah, see, Tanya, like that taser creates an arc spark. It creates an arc of electricity that can create fire. Anytime, Laura. No problem. I'm glad you're feeling better, Vodka sis. But people have bastardized the name bushcrafting. There is Filipino YouTube channels that go out into the wilderness and everything and create these 72-hour beautiful wilderness huts out there. And those channels have already been proven to be fake. It shows like two guys with nothing but a pair of pants on going out into the jungles of the Philippines and building all of these magnificent buildings and saying that you can thrive and survive in any condition. And it's bullshit. A lot of those channels have been already claimed to be fake because there's one recent video that they did a underground cave pool house, and people pointed out that there was track marks from a bulldozer or a heavy or some kind of heavy machinery that was there that has either dug the hole or moved in items that they needed that was off camera. And these people have 100,000 plus subscribers to their channel. Right, Tanya? Yeah. This, a lot of these primitive ways of life and everything are not needed. They're not. They are truly not needed, especially in this day of age. I mean, like I said, if you have to rely on very heavily calorie inducing skills to survive in the wilderness, you are already 1 foot in the grave, you know? And that's the God honest truth. And these people that are quote unquote primitive survivalists, you know, that is a hobby. That is not a full real life survival skills that you need. You don't need to learn how to build an atla, which is an African throwing spear, where the spear is connected to a throwing sledge, which is like a catapult, an extension of your arm to make it go farther and faster. You don't need those skills in today's standards. In first world countries, you don't. There, you can literally buy a crossbow or a compound bow or something like that to take care of those skills. And besides, if you need to build an atla was made to kill bears and wild hogs. If you think you're going to go out in the wilderness and you're going to, and here's the thing, an atla takes years and years of training and experience to be precise with it. There's no sense in teaching people and selling this idea to countless of people for a 3-day survival course in primitive survival when they realize, well, shit, why did I spend $500 to learn how to build a fucking bow drill when I have this? Why? That's got over 1,000 strikes to it. That one little lighter. And even, give me a second, where is it? Even a cheap plastic lighter. Give me a second. Well, hell. I had a cheap plastic lighter on me somewhere. Maybe it's in my pocket too. Yep, here it is. Cheap. Dollar store plastic lighter. These things are everywhere. They even did a survival challenge on a deserted desert island in the Philippines. They found one of these. One of these. It was literally almost rusted. He kept striking it. He kept striking it until the flint and the striker started striking. And as soon as that happened, this happened. These are waterproof. Maybe not this, but these are all waterproof for a certain amount of time. And with these lighters, they float. They float on the top of the water. They don't sink. Even a deserted island in the middle of the sea, you will find trash to survive. You don't need primitive skills to survive. Because here's the thing, in SHTF, this world is still 65% covered in man-made objects. And the best resources and everything are washed up on islands and beaches every day. Thank you, Lynn, sis. Thank you. I told you when I shave, what's it been, like 4 days? It grows back. I can't keep it away. Right, David. And that's another thing, Atlas, they weren't just people that, there's a whole entire argument on who created Atlas first. Yes, Atlas are around all over the native world. Different forms, different uses, stuff like that. But they all had this exact same point, quote unquote point. They were used for the same thing, to kill and hunt at a safe distance. But that's why we believe in the one continent world. It was easier for the world and the people of that time to be able to share knowledge with each other before the separation of the continents, Right. It was all over the Americas. It was all over over Africa, even in some points of Russia, and also, you know, some native tribes didn't use it, like some, like a lot of the Inuits. The Inuits didn't use it, But the Inuits didn't have the wood source as people in America or Canada had, you know? It all comes to materials. It all comes to what you have at hand. And that's how you survive. You learn your biome. You learn where you're going, what you have around you. Yes, you can learn from ancient knowledge on some things. But like I said, that knowledge was for that time period, you know? 1,000 years ago, the world was a completely different place than it is in 2023, you know? There is so much junk and wasted shit in the first world countries and in the third world countries. I mean, look at Africa right now. Look at certain parts of Africa right now. All the first world countries' junk goes to those places. And who knows what's in there? What's in those trash barges that go to those places? And you're telling me you can't find, I mean, you literally do not need to know how to, flint knap. You don't need to learn how to bone knap to create a spear point head. You literally could go and find an old uh, circuit board out of a computer or something and break it into a spear point head and sharpen it. And that thing will last just as long. Or a piece of plastic. You know, you don't need to learn these archaic skills anymore because the way the world is today. Thank you, Sarah Sis. Thanks for my delivery. But and that's a that's what I'm trying to say. Bushcrafting is a skill that is not needed anymore. It is not. Especially the way people bastardize bushcrafting. It's not the 1800s, it's not the 1700s where fur traders were literally out every day hunting, killing, skinning animals, having to live day to day on bushcraft survival skills to live and to bring an income to their family. They don't need that anymore. We don't need those skills anymore. Yeah, yeah, Tanya. You can wet it, you can harden it, you can mold it into anything, you can sharpen it just as sharp as a surgical blade, you know? There is so much that we have evolved from. It's just like in a survival situation. This right here has so many things in it. This phone that I'm using right now has so much shit in it that I could reuse and survive out of. It's got glass, it's got metal in it, it's got a peel back reflective thing that I could use as a signal mirror. It's got a battery that I could use to create sparks to make a fire. It It's got everything to it. I could break the circuit board inside of it and make a knife. Right here in my hand is a multi-use item, is a multi-tool. Yes, yeah, it is, David, but not all the skills. You know what I mean? Not, because here's the thing. If SHTF did happen, there is enough people here that have basic knowledge and everything, and there is multiple different stuff that we can use. We can use Zippos. We can use, you know, plenty of there's thousands and thousands of stock, warehouses and stockpiles of just crap that is not going to go away. We need to learn things like barter. We need to learn how to trade. We need to learn those kind of skills. What's up, Jen sis? How you doing, my lovely sis? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's good to remember the knowledge, but until the man-made stuff has ran out and has been destroyed, we're not going to have to go back to primitive survival skills. We're not going to have to, we would have to remember wild edibles, medicinal herbs, bartering, not bow drills, not hand drills, not, I mean, even a convex bottle, you can use that as a convex lens to start a solar fire. You don't need these other skills. I mean, yes, you still need to learn basic site navigation to learn how to get somewhere without being lost. Following the stars at sea to get somewhere, yes, those skills. But you don't need to have to learn how to make a log cabin in the woods just yet. There is too many buildings and everything in this world that will not be destroyed. Yes, you're still going to need to learn the three basics: food, water, shelter. Yes. But you could throw shelter out of the way. Just food and water and procurement of that. Because buildings will always be around. Houses will always be around. There's your shelter all the time, you know? And there's so many cars, so many broken down cars and everything in SHTF that you don't even need to worry about being in a house. You could just stay in a car every day for the rest of your known life. There's still cars from the 50s and the 20s that are sitting in junkyards that have not rusted away yet. All right, take care, Shelly sis. Love you, girl. But making money on this shit is literally literally stealing. You know, charging $500 for a 3-day archaic, primitive survival. Why? And who? Who really needs that knowledge in this day of age? And seriously, SHTF is not going to happen tomorrow. It's not. That is a fucking fear tactic that we have been using, that we've been using since what? The 50s? Since the rise of nuclear power threat? Been telling everybody, oh, we're going to die tomorrow because Cuba's going to blow us up or Russia's going to blow us up or something. Here's the thing. World War is not going to happen again because here's the thing. They need us to live. They do. There may be another civil war in America that will probably bring down our country. That's true. Civil War seems like it's always on the rise every day. What's up, Jim, brother? How you doing? Sorry, I wasn't even looking at. I've always wished Mad Max would happen. I I wish this fucking world would destroy itself and we would go to SHTF. That is what I wish. I'm sorry. I hate this world. I love all of you, but I hate this world. It is just like all this survival talk and everything. I'm sorry. I fall in this category too. I am no different than anybody else in this category. We plagiarize and abuse the word survival. We do. The only real fucking people that are surviving from day to day through everything is homeless or the very poor. The ones that are scraping by to live. Those are the people that are surviving. Oh, you can't even say the tribes in Africa are surviving anymore because half of the tribes in Africa are richer than us. They know. They've been living in their conditions for thousands of years. They have their food sources. They have their gardens. They have what they need. But the people in Congo, what's up, Tyler, brother? How you doing? The people in the Congo, they're struggling to survive every other day. People from plenty of villages are running scared, just carrying what they can grab and on the run because the militia is coming through and they will kill anybody or recruit any able young body male or whatever to fight for their cause. It's all good, Tyler, brother. It's all good. Thanks for joining us. Oh yeah, yeah. And see, there's different things of surviving than let me re-explain myself, Tanya. There's multiple different things of surviving, you know. There's cancer survivors, there is, sickness survivors, there is, depression, anxiety, PTSD survivors and stuff like that. That's a different version of quote unquote survival, like life or death survival, starvation survival, the ability to all survival is actually the ability to adapt and overcome any situation. That's the real terminology of survival. The adaptation and, the ability to thrive and overcome. Right, Tanya, yeah. But hell, maybe it's us. Maybe it's my fucking group that's bastardizing the name survivalist. Because none of us motherfuckers, none of us have ever been in true survival situations. We plan, we prepare, we learn the skills and everything that is needed to survive a true destruction event. But none of us has ever been in a true destruction event. That's true also, Jim. Yes. It does come down to how quick somebody can adapt to a situation, because the major problem with a survivalist mentality is fear, is freezing up, is not not knowing how to react to events, not knowing how to prepare for in your face, you have to do something now. Right, Tanya. Right. I understand. Right, Jim. That is true. But also, it's the people that have a self complex that they believe they are a lone wolf, that they are a true survivor. Those are the people that are going to die also. It's not just the people that worry or fear. It's the people that believe that they won't. Those are the people that will break down. Those are the people that you will find out that they could be your best friend. They're supposed to watch your back. But if true SHTF happens in front of them, they're going to be the first ones to slit your throat from behind and take your stuff because they are afraid of what's about to happen. I understand, Tanya. I come from that standpoint. I come from starving. If it wasn't for my grandparents, feeding me and taking care of me, when I lived with my dad and my mother and my family, I ate out of garbage cans. I was the kid that was starving because my dad was too proud to take food stamps. My mother didn't didn't give a shit if I ate or what. It's one of those things. That's why I became who I am today. It's because I would never get back to that way again. I will never let anybody that's close to me or my family starve because I've starved. I've starved to the point where my stomach was cramping to the point where I could not move. Then low blood sugars. Then everything else that was going on with me. I'd take you, I'd take you, Genesis. I would in a heartbeat. Right. That's the same with me. It's the same with me. Nobody. If I have food I can put on the fucking table, everybody's going to eat. Yeah. Yeah. The hunger pains. That's the thing. People, survivalist and all this bullshit, they don't know anything about starvation. They don't know anything about hunger pains. They don't even ever acknowledge that stuff in survival situations. Right, Jen, right. People in this survival community, in this homesteading community, in the prepper community, believe it's just going to be rainbows and fucking sunshine when it comes SHTF for them. They believe they're going to sit back and eat all their MREs and processed food and all this stuff. But that's the thing. They're stupid. We prepare for that is emergency food. You don't sit back and gorge yourself on that food. That is the food that you ration after your harvest comes in of your gardens. That's what you ration to supplement what you are growing on a daily basis. And if you don't have a wild food source, animals, farm animals, chickens, anything that can be rapidly produced. And another thing is none of these people have ever learned how to ration. I just got done with my week ration 3 weeks ago, where I had a full week of just rationing myself. And what I did was I had 3 meals of 3 crackers with a spoonful of tuna, just plain tuna, no added seasonings, no mayonnaise, no whatever all these other people put in tuna. It was just basic tuna out of the can, 3 spoonfuls on 3 crackers for 3 meals. And that was it. For Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. See, that's nice. I like that, David. Because a lot of places do not give a shit do not give a shit about their homeless. Hey Razor, how you doing, my friend? Right. I understand completely, Razor. I've been in that same boat. It makes me feel like that every single one of these survivalist channels, homesteading channels, prepper channels, and everything, they are making fun of the real situation. They are playing a fucking game. They're they're not in it for true survival. They're not in it for true preparation. They're not. They are literally playing the game. And that's how it is. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these people playing a fucking part. And they have 200,000 plus subscribers. Am I jealous of that shit? Yes. I will be 100% fucking honest with you. I am fucking jealous of it. When another survival channel tells people to put pink fiberglass insulation into a metal T-ball and soak it with lighter fluid and burn it as an emergency cook source and water boiling source, that's where it draws the line. Where they are telling people to literally fucking poison themselves with setting insulation on fire. It is. It really is, Jim. I understand, Razor. You know, that's the same with me. I can't eat like I used to either, you know. But as long as you have one meal that is sustaining, you know, and that's the same with me. I may have one big meal, then like 2 or 3 meals throughout, like smaller snacks throughout the day. But it's not like I have to have breakfast in the morning, lunch, then dinner. You know, I don't. I don't need any of that. But our metabolisms and everything change right now because we are in an okay state, you know, with food and everything else. We can literally fucking go to the grocery store. I'm not saying that we all have the money to do that, but I'm just saying it is there. The grocery store, whatever, even the corner store down the street, they all have food at the ready, you know? Yeah, that's the thing, you know? And Gandhi's diet when the British took over India and everything, when Gandhi was allowed 1 cup of beans and a half a cup of rice every day. And that's what he lived on. He lived on a cup of beans and a half a cup of rice every day. There was a guy, there was a man, the oldest man in Europe during King Henry's reign, King Henry the First. He survived 6 wars and he was like 76. He was 76 years old, living on pinto beans every day. All he ate was just pinto beans. Just pinto beans. King Henry brought him in to celebrate him being the oldest man to survive wars and everything. Gave him a king's feast, pork, everything, any kind of meat that he wanted, venison, rabbit, whatever. After, when the party was ending and everything, they went to go and, tell him it was time to leave. And they went to him. That old man had so much rich meat and everything that it literally killed him. Food killed this old man. King Henry killed the oldest man at that time by just changing up his everyday meal. Yeah, beans give fiber, gives protein, gives potassium, gives a lot of nutrients to you. And that's why a lot of preppers say beans and rice, because the rice is a filler. The beans is what gives you the nutrients. But the thing is you will go into taste, like a taste protest. If you don't have seasonings, if you do not change up the seasonings, your tongue and like your body will only accept the same flavor for about a week. Then you have to change up the flavor profile because you will lose the taste of your taste buds. Your body will start rejecting the food. You will start throwing it up. You will start getting sick. Even the smell of it will your body will reject it. Yeah, yeah. Too rich. Yeah, it shocked his system. Yeah. But you have to change up your flavor palette. You have to. And that's one thing that preppers and all these bullshit motherfuckers do not tell people. They don't tell people to stock spices. Even the basic spices, salt, pepper, onions, garlic, you know, just those basic seasonings alone can be changed, can change your flavor palette. That's why I stockpile almost like 300 different seasonings. Yeah, yeah, peanut butter. Peanut butter is really good. I like the natural peanut butter now because the oils inside of it. You can also use those natural oils and natural peanut butter as a cooking substance also. Always remember, buy things, if you are prepping and everything, buy food that is multi-purpose also, so you can use it in different platforms. Like coconut oil. Coconut oil is great for multiple things, not just cooking. Peanut oil. Peanut oil is amazing. Peanut oil can be used in everything. You know, as long as you have, as long as you know that you can get other things out of, if you know how to process other things to get other items out of it. It's all good, Laura. But the thing is, yeah, it's an antimicrobial. It's an like the antiviral or whatever it is. I mean, it's got multiple uses. I mean, I tell people to stock up more on coconut oil and coconut milk than anything else, you know. The only bad thing about coconut milk is it doesn't matter if it's canned, it doesn't matter if it's in an airtight container. It does not have preservatives in it to keep it lasting forever. The oil, yes, will last for decades, but the milk will not. Yeah, almond butter is amazing also. See, Laura, you're gonna have to learn how to eat peanut butter at SHTF, sis. That's one of the things, because peanut butter is not only good for you, the human body can literally survive on one spoonful of peanut butter a day because of the high fat content, the high cholesterol content, the high calories, everything in it. And it's always better to get like crunchy peanut butter, the ones that actually have nuts in it, um, than it is getting creamy peanut butter. Or get the honey peanut butter. Honey peanut butter is great. Um, oh yeah, oh yeah. We were training a survival class and everything, and there was a vegan, okay, a vegan that was with us, and he was constantly thinking he knew everything about wild edibles and all this stuff, and I was sitting there and I was using yo-yo reels catching fish, and I was cooking fish every day. And about the third day of him picking, small little, trying to process acorns and trying to do all this other stuff he was literally wasting more calories than he was gaining from being a vegetarian. He came over to my camp and literally tried bartering with me, saying that he just made acorn acorn batter, and I was like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "Fish. I will eat fish right now." And I'm like, "Really? Okay. Oh shit. Oh, you're allergic to them. Oh, Laura, that's not good." Oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. There is a um there is a plant-based peanut butter. It's not made from peanuts. Um I think it's made from the tannic root or some kind of root. It's made out of some kind of root, but it tastes like peanut butter. It smells like peanut butter, but it's not peanut butter. You may want to look into that, Laura. I believe you can order it on Amazon, maybe. Yeah, there's a sunflower seed one too. Yeah, I was thinking about that one. And they also made like a pumpkin seed one too, I believe. But it's just like people that are lactose intolerant. They now sell camel milk. Like you can drink camel milk, and supposedly camel milk is amazing for helping diabetics. Like it's a insulin. I've been looking into it lately. Camel milk is a insulin preservative. It helps people. It especially helps people with like type 2 diabetes and everything. But it it helps with lowering blood sugar and everything for type 1 diabetics, and it also helps um, insulin injections last longer in diabetics also, but it's very expensive. Oh shit, I'm sorry, vodka. Yeah, and see that's one of the things, like a lot of preppers and everything, we don't keep buckwheat. We don't, Sarah. So you're gonna be safe with, like, I don't keep buckwheat. I'm sorry. I don't really like buckwheat. But there's a lot of alternative stuff out there, um like I've been checking out what is it called? Potato bread. I've been learning how to process potatoes to make potato bread. And potato bread is supposedly has one of the longest shelf lives that that you can have in bread because of the potato starch and everything that's inside of it. Oh, I hate buckwheat, Sarah. Yeah, the only bad thing, like a lot of the nutrient bar, like the nutrient vitamin bars and everything, Razor, they are chalked up on like sodium. And, you know, for the amount of protein and everything that they supposedly have, I mean, 6 grams of protein is not a lot of protein in a nutrient bar. But there is one that has 12 grams in it, and it's like a natural bar. I mean, ooh, Laura can't have that bar, but it's called a natural bar, and it's just nuts, like all different kinds of nuts and seeds that's been stuck together with a coat of honey on it. Those things are amazing, but they're expensive, like $3 to $4 a bar. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I don't really have, I don't have good soil or anything to grow peanuts or nuts or anything like that. I mean, the soil and everything in Texas is not good for walnuts or any kind of like nut bearing trees. Um, so right, right, Laura. Yeah, don't go there, sir. All right, sweet, sweet, Jen. Yeah, like, see, I do more. I do more of. because I have hundreds and hundreds of prickly pear cacti, So I harvest the prickly pear cacti, and I make my own prickly pear like fruit roll-ups where I dehydrate the prickly pears and everything, and after I dehydrate them to a certain point, I put them in the oven to let them bake the rest of the way, and they turn into these strips of like fruit leather, and those things last for years, and they're wonderful. I love prickly pears. Yeah, yeah, Razor. Yeah, bread is one of those. It's not a forever food, but bread is is king. Bread will fill you up. Bread can be toasted, bread can be dried out, bread can be made into multiple different things. And, it's like the Germans making bread pudding, like they were taking old bread that was molding and everything, turning it around and making it a dessert, you know? That's the knowledge that we need from the past. We need that survival knowledge. How to make food different ways. Like banana bread, taking old moldy bananas, blackened bananas and everything, throwing them and just adding a few basic, ingredients to it: butter, baking powder, flour, and something else, and sugar, and you got banana bread, or squash bread, or zucchini bread. That is true. I mean, it is, but in a survival situation, I would rather die with a full stomach. You know what I mean, Tanya? Like, it's one of those things. It's if you're going to go, at least go happy. You know? Yeah. See, there. We need this old knowledge. We need more than anything else, because 90% of these preppers that are on YouTube and all this stuff, 90% of them, they're going to kill you. They're going to kill you in a different way. Welcome, Ghost. How you been, brother? Oh shit. Got him. Oh, I love you, brother. How you been? How you been? I've missed you, Ghost. I know he does, right? Oh, oh shit. Anyways. How's your snack packs doing, Ghost? Nanner nips. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh, I love you. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the knowledge. That's the true knowledge that we need. You know, we need the knowledge. We need to learn these technically survival foods from the 20s, from the Dust Bowl era, from World War One, World War Two, you know. Just call them nanner nips from now on. It's not ghost ops, it's nanner nips. Oh shit. Oh. But those, just like, here's the thing. We have learned that coffee is disposable. Everybody makes their cup of coffee. They fill the coffee filter and everything, and once it's done brewing, they just throw it away. During World War II, there was a high ration, well, a high rationization of coffee for everyday workers and people that were going to jobs and stuff like that and keeping the community going. They were making what's called Roosevelt coffee. What they did was they would run the coffee all day long in the same filter. Then that night, after the diner or whatever closed, they would take those coffee grounds and everything and put it on the table and let it dry out. They would let it dry, then put it back in the morning and run the coffee again. You can do that for 3 days. It gets weaker and weaker to where it becomes just like literally brown water going through. But that was still enough caffeine in it to keep people running. That's what I said. See, me and Ghost think the same way. See, Ghost goes, full on bang bang. I'm just gonna let their asses die from a heart attack from sodium, and then I'm just gonna go to their house and take their shit. Yeah, yeah, the little instant coffee packs, yeah. But you know, that's the way we found out, and they called it Roosevelt coffee, and it was kind of an insult to him because the coffee was going to overseas and not for the people. But anyways, that's a whole entire different subject. But 90% of people have addictions. 90% of people have one of three addictions: one, coffee; two, smoking; three, liquor. Or a combination of 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3. Yeah, it's good for your skin and your coffee also, yeah. And you can also use those grounds and everything to make chocolate, to make an energizing chocolate. You can also chew, you can also use those coffee grounds like snuff. I don't know if people know what snuff is. It was an old tobacco like dip that you put in your mouth, your lip, and everything, and spit it. My grandmother used to do it all the time. But you can take those coffee grounds, grind, smush it up after it's wet, put it in your lip, and let it absorb into you, and you would get the same amount of caffeine into your body as a cup of coffee. Yeah, Ghost. Yeah. Yep. Thank you for that info. yeah, yeah, yeah. My bad, Ghost. Porn and sex too. My bad. But these these are the things that's going to get us. These are the things that's going to help us survive. These are the things, if true SHTF ever fucking does happen, which I doubt it ever will. If it does happen, it's not going to be in my lifetime. I'm sorry. It's not. I don't know why the fuck I prepare. I don't know why the fuck I do all this stuff. But maybe my stuff on YouTube and everything can help another generation. I don't know. I really don't. You know, like maybe we can have a new generation of nanner nips running around, you know? Yeah, I mean it is happening slowly. It is. We're finally seeing we're finally seeing that bridge collapsing slowly. We're finally seeing it. Something's off. Ghost, it's just you, brother. but but the thing is, every generation, my grandfather, my dad, and me, we've all been saying the same stuff. My grandfather said my dad's generation was the one that was bringing down the world. My dad said my generation is the one bringing down the world. Everybody's other generation has blamed them, you know? That's that's one of the problems too, Ghost, you know? That right, vodka sis. Yeah, it's right. It it really it truly is, Tanya. It really is. I mean, and both sexual juices, if combined together, they make a superior substance for consumption. Eh, yeah, I know, Tanya. I know. I've done it too. It if you combine both sexual juices and you combine it together and you ingest it, you literally have a 24 hours worth of nutrients in your body that has been expelled to create life. It is literally people say it's literally the fountain of youth in a way, because it literally creates life. So it has the most abundant amount of resources and everything to help create that life. So it will give back to you. And also because of so many little swirly things in there, each one of them have a percentage of that nutrients in them. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. It is. It is, Tanya. I mean, people will laugh at it. People become, high school teenagers again when they hear about this stuff, but it's actual true facts. It really is. It has it fucking creates life. You don't think that that same thing is not going to give you that energy and that life back into you? It came from you, but the thing is you cannot. If it was in a survival situation, I cannot eat my own. That's the bad thing. I can't. It literally will poison you eating your own because it's a part of you. But you can eat somebody else's. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, we did, Lid Sis. It's when when you combine both, it literally becomes the fountain of youth. Well, not technically fountain of youth, but becomes a life sustaining, you know, thing. See, that's one of the bad things. What I've read is, like, if I did it, if I ejaculated and I took my own, after a certain amount of, like, you know, drinks, it will start doing damage to your body. Just like any other kind of, like, bodybuilder protein or anything like that. It's also if a female if it's a female's time of the month, that blood and those eggs that are coming out, that's why the older that's why the older generations and everything, the they drunk menstrual blood, the men and everything did, because it gave them, it helped them. Menstrual blood is another thing that you can use also. It can also attract food for you too. Right, Ghost? It's true. It literally is, Ghost. It really is. Like, for some reason, the human body, like sexual things, is more potent and more helpful. And also, I've heard that you can literally rub, like, menstrual blood on wounds and it will help coagulate quicker your wound. I don't know how true that is. I mean, You can do the research on it and everything, but like menstrual blood will help coagulate wounds. Like if you cut yourself or you get a gunshot wound or anything like that, I don't know how deep the wound or whatever, but it will coagulate because it's already pre-coagulated blood. So when it hits fresh blood, it takes the coagulation from the menstrual blood and makes a quicker coagulation to heal. I mean, it's been proven, you know. It's I know. What's the chances of you getting shot? I know. I more like, hey, ghost. That's a perfect excuse for when you wake up and you shave and you cut yourself in the morning. You just say, "Oh, I need to go get some menstrual blood. It'll help. It'll help the razor cut." Who's on their period? You can see me doing it. You can see me doing it, can't you, Ghost? Oh shit. Oh. I know, but survival isn't I mean, SHTF and all this stuff, it's not a perfect world, you know? It's not even in history isn't a perfect, beautiful picture, you know? You have to talk about this stuff. You literally have to talk about this stuff. You just bleed out. Ghost, I need you around, man. Ghost, if you get shot in SHTF, I'm going to come running around, running with my menstrual blood capsule for you. Be like, hold on, Ghost, let me patch the wound for you. I'll be like, hold on, let me go behind the tree. Let me fix you up. let, let me fill this container for you and everything. Bring you back a superfood to help you heal. Running around with my med kit with a menstrual blood capsule and a sperm capsule and a Playboy. All that's all I need. I just need 2 cups and a Playboy. Oh shit. If y'all come in my compound, y'all know what you're getting. Nanner nips! Nanner nips! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on, Nanner nips! My Playboy's not opening! Oh yeah. See, if Ghost got shot, that would be the perfect time. Then he couldn't run away from me. Be like, gotcha, Nanner nips. Oh shit. See, when I start talking the truth and everything, people leave. I was at like 13 people and now I'm down to 9. When you start talking about the truth and everything, even though you were trying to make, trying to make people laugh and everything, they still leave. Right, Lens. There you go. Oh, yes. Yeah, I know. It was the menstrual blood, right? Yeah. Fuck. Can't say anything anymore. He will get all iffy. Yeah, fuck it. Shit, I should just go back to saying I'm going to eat everybody again. Like, fuck it. Ghost, you got shot? Fuck it, I'm going to eat you. Right? Yeah, it is. It's being real. It's being honest. We have to find alternatives. We have to find alternatives when medicine fucking runs out in an SHTF. When medicine runs out, there is no factories anymore. There's not going to be any power anymore to run these factories. And half of the people that are doctors and, pharmacists and all this stuff, they're probably already going to be dead, or they're going to be taken as captives for some local gang or whatever to keep them alive. There's not going to be Dr. Joe Blow and pharmacist, Jill Bill running around, you know, they're not. And you think every pharmacy is just going to be packed full of drugs all the time? No. They only have a limited amount of stock. So I know, right? That's why I gotta protect my nanner nips. I gotta protect him at all cost. Mix squirts. That's your new protein shake line, Ghost. Ghost squirts. But it we have to start learning alternative ways. We have to learn alternative medicine. We have to learn medicinal medicines, medicinal herbs, all this stuff. We have to learn because 90% of people in this world have health problems, whether they admit it or not. If you've been all your life taking blood thinners and you think you're going to go out in the fucking woods and cut down all these trees and make a shelter and everything, and you don't think you're going to once cut yourself or whatever, and you think you're not going to bleed out, you're fucking stupid. Even smashing your thumb and you're on blood thinners can kill you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, sir. But medicine and everything is going to run out. Everybody is going to freak out in an SHTF situation. Every place that has medicine is going to be the first place that people are going to rob. Make boy porridge. Yeah, yeah, I'm the only one cutting down trees, yeah. But that's the thing. You know, at least 85 to 90% of this world, everybody has a medical condition anymore, especially in first world countries and second world countries. You know, it's happening. It's happening every day. New sicknesses are coming out. New problems are coming out. It's the everybody is getting sick. Everybody is having some kind of organ failure or whatever, and they need 16 fucking pills to make it through the day. In SHTF, you're not going to have access to that. You have to find alternative ways for your medicines. And if you don't start researching alternative ways of your medicine, then you might as well say you're fucked. You might. You know what I mean? Why do you think I'm trying to grow insulin producing fruits like sop and, sour melons and every other fucking way I can? I just downloaded a PDF to make insulin in an SHTF, and I have to literally take a animal, a pig or a dog, and get a 10-inch needle and shove it into their pancreas and find where their pancreas is. You know how small a fucking pancreas is on a dog or where it is on a cow? It is literally right behind the last two vertebrae of the spine. And you have to shove it into the pancreas and withdraw the natural insulin out of that. And then you have to do this fucking chemical compound to make it usable for yourself. And it's still a 50% chance that it won't kill me. of your shit. Yes, Shire, both. But now when you French kiss the leech, you have to fondle the bottom of the tail. We just found that out today. We just found that out, Shire. To get the best result, you got to fondle the bottom part of the tail, the tip of the tail. But the thing is it's not going to be happy. It's not going to be good. And in true SHTF, at least 60% of the population is going to fucking die. They are. It's true. And I don't care what you believe about the Masonic statues or whatever being some kind of fucking Nazi shrine or whatever. That was made by realists. It was literally made by realists that they were looking at the population of that time when it was made and how the world is going to have to survive. Yes, cup the tail. Yes, always the tip, vodka. It's imagination from that point. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, Shire. It'll all be better after you. It'll all be better after you open them. But the world can't survive with the population that we're at now. We can't. We're already at the boundaries. Hell, you have, just in one town alone, you have 15 fucking fast food chicken restaurants. Each one of them, for one family, you getting a 23-piece chicken meal. You know, that's 3 fucking chickens for one family. And it's open 24, it's literally open 12 to 18 hours a day. And everybody is going there and buying that exact same fucking meal. And you're saying, and with the bird flu that's going on and killing multiple millions of chickens every other month, and we believe we can continue feeding all your hungry asses every fucking day, it's going to fail. It's going to fail, and hard. Nice, Lens. Nice, sis. I mean, if you step into a Panda Express, I bought some for I bought Panda Express for Miss Star a couple weeks ago. Walked in there, and they said weekly, weekly Angus beef. They sell over 572,000 pounds a week of Angus beef a week. And that's not talking about that's talking about a week, throwing it away, cooking it, everything. And their vegetables a week, they sell over 3 million pounds of vegetables a week. That is Panda Express, one fucking fast food restaurant. I don't know if that's, you know, a percentage or if that's every single one of them every week. You know? Nobody else puts their usage of what kind of meat and everything every week. But that's just a highlight. That's just a showing you of how much food gets cooked and goes to waste every week from one fucking fast food chain. Hey, girl, I'm over here on a live stream. I'll be in a minute. That's Miss Star. See, that's what a lot of people fucking think too, Shire. Imagine all those rabbits, all those deer, all those fish with 99 other people. I'm just saying 99 other people doing the exact same idea, thinking the exact same way. Where what's going to happen to all those fish, all those deer, all those rabbits if you don't know how to ration, if you don't know how to just kill one? Say there's 100 deer and 20 people. Each one of those people kill one deer a month. A month. how fast will that 100 deer go to no deer? You gave me a AAA card. Hey, Oz, brother. But that's the way people think. People have grown up in a society where they are overstuffed, overfed, and access everywhere. Access to food everywhere. You think those exact same people are going to use common sense and SHTF? Or is this guy, he has 6 mouths to feed and he doesn't know anything about the weight of a deer or anything. He thinks he needs 1 deer per person for his house. So he's going to go and kill 6 deer out of that 100, where you are by yourself. You need 1 deer. That's 7 deer from 2 people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Oz. And people are going to take that same mindset. I'm talking about the majority of the population is going to take that same mindset that they have always been whatever. And here's another thing is 90% of those people that are going to go out hunting, they don't know how to hunt. They've never once shot a gun. They've never once done anything. And you're in those fucking woods also. You're more likely going to get hit by a stray bullet because dumbass over here that's shaking and everything, thinking, oh, Bambi's fucking beautiful, and having a midlife crisis on pulling a gun to end that deer's life. Or he could just wing a buck and that buck comes running and charging towards you. And now that deer is scared and angry and gorges you. And now you're on the ground bleeding out. You have to look at all fucking sides of everything. See, I can't say, I can say that nobody's going to be on my land too, Oz. But the thing is no matter what, there's always going to be those few. You know what I mean? Like, if food does get that scarce, that's when the zombie mindset takes over. The I am starving to death. I will kill, rape, whatever to get what I need to protect my family. That mindset will always come first. And if they see your house in the middle of nowhere, nothing's wrong with it, they're going to scope that house out. Right. That's what I say too. There's only one road going to my house too, Oz. But still, it's still that same thing. And usually when people flock together, they come together, especially here in America. You get 20 fucking hillbillies run around like fucking Mad Max in the bed of trucks and everything. So now you see one truck with like 6 people in it, And now you see another one with another 6 people in it. And now you have to kill. Oh yeah, I understand. I understand Oz. It's the same with me. There's a whole entire city and everything. There's a Walmart and all this stuff before they even come out to where I am. So, and countless of other houses and everything before they even find my back road. But, it's one of those things you always gotta look, when is it your turn? You know what I mean? When is when is that falling point, you know? Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm not that lucky, but it's it's just that whole, when is it my turn? When do I sleep tonight? Do I stay awake all night long, driving myself fucking crazy? Yeah, it's still a possibility no matter what. Nice. See, see, you're lucky. You got, yeah. I mean, I have this community where we are a close-knit community where we do trading and everything, and we have a community box and all that stuff. I've been working with, because I've got, on my road leading to my house, I have 5 neighbors on my road, and we all know each other, you know, and we will all protect each other if we have to, you know. But I also have like the Batman Fallout plan against, the League of Superheroes. I told them if any of them fuck me over, they better keep one eye open at night because I will end every single one of their lives. I laugh about it, but it's the fucking truth. It really is. Right, Oz? It's, you know, I love all of you. I do. But to tell you the truth, from the way I was trained and raised as a prepper and a survivalist and everything, I love you all. But when real SHTF happens, I cannot trust y'all more than I can throw you. And that's true. That is seriously the God's honest truth. If I brought anybody onto my compound in my world, if I brought anybody in my world, I will take you out. If you show any signs of stealing from me or breaking my trust or anything, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Oz. Yeah. I I mean, and I won't even let you know. That's the thing. I'm that person. I won't let you know. I will take you out to a spot and I'll say, this is a new, this is the new garden area that we need to till up and everything. And right when I'm talking with you, you're going to feel a cold blade across your throat and you're going to bleed out. I'm sorry. There is no gunshot. There is no quick. Right, Tanya. Right, Sarah. Yeah, it's I've got to protect my family. I'm going to protect my wife more than anything else. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. And that's how it's going to be with a lot of fucking people. Nah, nah, I won't do that, Oz. Right, vodka. It's just, it's one of those things. It's because we all say we have to work together. We all say that, in a true, in a perfect world scenario, yeah, everybody gets along, sings Kumbaya by the fire and all this shit. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. We will be starving, literally. Yes, I have almost 2 years worth of food stocked up in my house and everything. But that is last resort food. That is food to accommodate everything that we grow and raise here. And I do my weekly checks and my weekly sign-offs on everything. And I know how many cans and everything I have. And if I count and I'm missing one, I will ask everybody first. And if you don't answer, you're dead. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right, vodka. But it's one of those things. It doesn't matter in SHTF situation. People start to question things when it comes to sharing food, when it comes to rationalizing food. You have 6 people at the table. You feed everybody the exact same portion of food to the very last person. You don't want to waste a drop of food. So you scoop out that last scoop with all the drippings and all the sauce and everything on that last plate. The other people are going to start saying, why is that person getting more? I saw more drops and more gravy and everything on their food. Even though they may have a smaller portion, but they have more of something else. Over time and period, those people are the ones that will turn on you. Those are the people, it could be your 80-year-old grandmother. If she's starving enough, she will put you down for her food. Goes for any person. Most of y'all in here have children. You know how vengeful and how angry children can get and what they will do to you and how they will act when they're angry. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Oz. But over time, that anger and everything builds up in people. And that's why I'm saying it's good to have some people in your compound, but not too many. Because once you start allowing others in and seeing what you have and you're a prepper or a survivalist or whatever, you can set all the fucking ground rules you want. Look at the government. The government sets ground rules all the time, and look how much anarchy happens all the time. When it, there's a saying, the world is only 9 meals away from anarchy. I don't believe that. I believe the world is 3 meals away from anarchy. 3. Right. Oh, I know. I know they will, Oz. But, you know, here in America, though, there's too many gangs. There's too many homeless. There's too many. There's too many people that are two-faced. Or what do they call them? Turncoats. And that's one of the problems. Humans, in any scenario whatsoever, you cannot predict humans or the human mind. You can't. You cannot predict it. The human mind is the worst weapon. Yep, that is true, Tanya, sis. That is true. Thanks, Sarah, sis. But it's humans are always the chaos factor in any scenario. Like I said, Shire. humans humans are deceitful, vengeful, hatred, full of hate, full of misunderstanding. Humans, it takes a human to fuck up a wet dream. It takes a human mind to create a wet dream, but it takes the human to fuck it up. You can create the perfect scenario in your head, but there's always something, the chaos theory, that fucks everything up. That's why you cannot ever plan a perfect scenario. You can't. There is no such thing as a perfect scenario. There never has been, there never will be. Because the one thing, chaos theory. Right, Sarah. Life, Life, anger, hatred, jealousy, it all finds a way into everybody's heart and everybody's mind. It's just how that individual deals with it is the problem that you can never guess. Right, Oz. It's and that's what we've been battling this whole time. We've been battling humans this whole entire existence of life that we've been living. For generations and generations and generations, we have been battling humans. Some people have been battling themselves, but that is still a human. You are still battling a human. Human mind, human thought, human way of life. And when SHTF happens, it is literally like what Shire's middle name is, anarchy. There is no laws. There is nobody that's going to enforce those laws. The people that enforce laws are getting paid to enforce those laws. When they don't get paid, they don't enforce those laws. Everything goes to hell. Mm. Right, sure. Right. But the thing is, what runs this world right now is money. And when there is no money, there is nothing to buy. There is nothing. And it's all for free now. All those law enforcements, all those military personnel, you think you think the military is still going to hold their post and still listen to what the politics say when they have nothing coming in? When they don't know if their wife or girlfriend or family is safe in SHTF? No. They will leave their post. They will take everything that they have on them and leave their post to go take care of their family. Same thing with the officers, same thing with anybody. They will leave their post to go take care and make sure their family is safe. Because here's the thing, family is first to everybody, whether they admit it or not. You could hate your family, but when shit actually happens, you will go to your family. You will make sure your family's okay because you still have love for your family. You can deny it all you want. I've seen countless of people in hospitals and everything saying, I want to call my dad that I haven't talked to in forever because I'm dying. I want to tell him I love him before I die. Right, Oz. I'm talking about immediate family. I'm not talking about like cousins and all that bullshit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your mother, your father, your daughters, your sons, your brother, your sister, immediate fucking family that you spent all your life with. Doesn't matter where you're at, you're going to make sure they're okay when the world crashes down. Mine, mine was Elvira. Mine was Elvira Oz. But, and and I I believe that's more of a stress on military personnel, the family issue part, than it would be for police officers and stuff. Because the military and everything, say you're at a post in another country, you're going to do whatever you can to get back to your family and fuck the military. A lot of people are going to do that. Right. Yes, they would, sure. That's why I can only keep a year's worth of insulin. I can't stockpile more than a year's worth of insulin because after a year, the expiration date on it dies. And it's an active living organism insulin that I have. So I can't stockpile bottles after bottles after bottles. I can't do that. So yeah, I'm sorry, Shire, but if you had a bottle of insulin on you and I needed that bottle of insulin, I'm sorry, brother, but I would kill you for it. I wouldn't sell my soul, but I would kill you for it. And I'll ask for forgiveness later. But yes, a lot of people would. A lot of people would sell their soul. A lot of people would go into slavery for that bag of food, for for that medicine. There was fathers and mothers in Venezuela that was putting their daughters and their sons on were selling their sons and daughters for prostitution for food when Venezuela collapsed. They were selling their own fucking kids into for prostitution for food after they stopped taking gold and everything because sex literally can get anything. It's yeah, all those people were in cities, yeah, they were. And that's one of the things, like it Like I said, people will do anything to eat, to have something to make them feel safe. They will rape, steal, lie, cheat. They'll do anything if it gets them what they want. Your polo mints. But yeah, I mean, I'm not laughing at you for that because I know you probably mean it. You mean it, go Shire. But that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Even your own fucking family will slit your throat. I have plenty of family members that would kill me for what I have in SHTF. That's not a lie. Half of my family on my dad's side of the family, well, more on my mom's side of the family, are all ex-convicts, prisoners, people that are scraping to get by. They would kill me for a can of fucking soup. Yeah, I would too, Oz. That and the way these survival channels and everything, they paint such a pretty picture that every single one of them are going to be perfect when SHTF happens. Nothing's going to hurt them. And I can name multiple people, and Oz knows I can't. Oz hangs in the same groups as I do. He can tell you the exact same people that I've had problems with a lot. They are too happy-go-lucky. They are too dependent on they're too dependent on the well-being of others to see the truth that is out there in people. Right, Oz, yeah. Right, Sarah. Thank you, sis. But I'm gonna I'm gonna get off here. And the thing is you cannot trust other humans. That is the number one survival knowledge that I can give you. Everything else is water under the bridge. Because there is no survival unless you can get away from the humans, unless you can get away from other humans. Because if you stay where the humans stay, you are fucked. If you stay in major cities and everything, you only have 48 hours to get out of a city to get where you can go. And during SHTF, there is no, this is my house, that is your house. There is no laws. You can go anywhere the fuck you want. But you cannot trust humans. You can't. Right, Tanya sis. Oh yeah, Oz. Yeah, yeah, there is. Yeah, yeah, sure. They do it every day. People fuck people over every day for a fake paper currency. What makes you think that they won't do worse in a world of no law? What makes you think they won't do it worse? All right. I love you all, family. Y'all take care. Like I said, don't trust humans ever. Humans is going to be the downfall. Love you. Take care, fam. Bye.